Hi guys and welcome. My name is Rohit Jagtiani and I'm here today to teach you guys about the different negotiation strategies. Negotiation is a skill that is beneficial to people working in the business world and professional environments. Even just as a consumer, negotiation could help you benefit in many ways by saving you a few dollars or receiving more of a resource for the same price. What is negotiation, you ask? Well, in business terms, negotiation is a formal discussion between two or more people who are trying to reach an agreement. The strategies are chosen based on the importance of the relationship and the importance of the outcome in the negotiation. So there are 5 basic negotiation strategies. So it's collaborative, competitive, avoiding, accommodating, and compromise. Before we explain the 5 different strategies, we want to explain what the importance of the relationship means and what is the importance of the outcome. So the importance of the relationship, which is listed from high to low here, deals with the different factors that define the relationship between you and the other negotiator. Is there a relationship at all? Is it a positive or negative relationship? What is the length of the relationship and history? Let's say you want to purchase a new car and you do not know the salesperson and do not expect to have a lasting relationship with them. In this situation, you are not concerned about the importance of the relationship. What if you're buying the car from your neighbor? Now, importance of relationship would be important since you live right beside your neighbor, see them all the time, and already maintain a relationship with them. Importance of outcome is the second factor that determines the negotiation strategy that you will choose. How important is the outcome in this negotiation? Do you need to get everything that you want to gain an advantage in the negotiation? Possibly the outcome does not matter much to you, or it does not matter at all. Mentioning a situation where you would buy a car from a dealer, the price of the automobile might be the most important factor to you versus maintaining a relationship with the salesperson. What if you're buying this car from your mother? Hopefully you would not care much about the sales price and put more importance on the relationship between you and your mother. When it comes to using a collaborative strategy, the collaborative strategy is seen as a situation that results in a win-win for both negotiating parties. In this situation, the relationship and outcome are both of high importance or equally important. To make this strategy work, both negotiating parties must employ the collaboration strategy. There has to be a high level of trust, openness, and cooperation for this strategy to be successful, as well as the fact that the negotiations are focused on making sure that all negotiating parties have their needs met through agreement. Commitment is of high importance when using a collaborative strategy. This is because both parties need to be committed to 1. Understanding the other party's needs and objectives, 2. Providing a free flow of information both ways, and 3. Finding the best solution to meet the needs of both sides. So a competitive strategy consists of a win-lose situation where one negotiator would walk away with what they want and the other would sacrifice something in order to create a deal. When using the competitive strategy, the importance of the outcome is relatively high compared to the importance of the relationship, which would be low. There are reasons why the competitive strategy would be perfect in a situation where you would buy a car from a dealer. This is because you want to pay the cheapest price and get the best price possible for your purchase, so the outcome is important. Also, the fact that you will never see the sales agent again in your life after making the purchase means that the importance of the relationship is relatively quite low. This strategy could also get a little messy as the other party in the negotiation uses the same strategy in the same situation, and this could create a gridlock. This gridlock would cause the parties to the negotiation to stop because they cannot come to an agreement. So an accommodating strategy is seen as a situation where you would initially take a loss in order to maintain a relationship with the negotiating party who would walk away with the win. When using the strategy, the primary purpose is to strengthen the relationship. A secondary reason would be that the party choosing the strategy might want something from the other party in the future. If they give in now, the other party should give in later. Let's say you're buying your mother's car. The market value of the actual car is $6,500, but she decides to charge you $7,500 instead. Would you call her out on it and potentially ruin the relationship with your mom over $1,000? I would hope not, as $1,000 is a small sum of money when compared to the amount of support and love your mother provides you. This strategy is used for short-term negotiations, as if the negotiation goes successfully, it can possibly create a relationship for more business in the future. So based on the history of a previous relationship or outcome of a negotiation, parties could decide that they want to use an avoiding strategy that results in a loss for both parties. It is used by people who have little interest in maintaining a relationship or trust building. The outcome holds little value to them, or they decide that confrontation is not worth it and would likely end in a deadlock or an unproductive relationship. Let's say you were looking at two different cars from two different buyers. Both of these vehicles meet your needs, but you do not want to negotiate with one of the sellers. You do not want to negotiate with them since the price is out of your budget and the person is not flexible on the price. In this case, you would go with the alternative vehicle and use an avoiding strategy in the first negotiation. Hopefully they will come around and satisfy your offer. So the compromise strategy, which is called split the difference, lays in between all of the negotiating strategies. It is seen as the middle ground. This is because most negotiating situations are mixed. Some bargaining elements are competitive in nature and others can be approached collaboratively. This makes the compromising strategy adequate for most situations. This strategy splits the wins and losses between parties, creating a contract or deal that is beneficial to the parties, better than walking away with no deal. When the compromise strategy is implemented, the importance of the relationship and outcome are only somewhat important. When using the strategy, power, information, and interests are shared. Both sides have strong alternatives, and there are creative options for linking common interests to expand the pie. Compromise is useful when a collaborative strategy is not possible because a win-win for both parties is unachievable. When the parties are also short of time and critical resources to collaborate, and both parties gain something on both dimensions. Going into a negotiation, you would not use the compromise strategy as your primary, and it is seen as an alternative to a competitive or collaborative strategy. Now that you have learned the 5 different strategies, we would hope that you think about various aspects in your life where you could use these tactics to your advantage. The next time you go to buy a car or purchase a house, have to deal with the supplier, or negotiate vacation days with your boss, remember the different strategies that you can use to get what you want. Then again, my name is Rohit Jagtiani, and I want to thank you guys for watching my presentation on the 5 different negotiating strategies.